YouTube. What happens when you focus on God? When you give God his time and you isolate yourself from people, places, and things, and you just focus on God, he gives you all the information that you need. He gives you ideas. He even give you your purpose. If you haven't found your purpose, if you focus on God, God will give you your purpose. All you got to do is just spend time alone. And when you spend time alone, I mean nothing at all. No social media, no phone, no people. You feel me? Just you in the isolated area, just you and God. That's when God talks to you the most. He will give you information and ideas for you to take action. So if you don't know your purpose, it's probably because you're in a crowd. You're in a matrix. You're always around people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta isolate yourself and just, you feel me, focus on yourself for once. And once you start to focus on yourself, you'll realize that God is all around and he's within. And when you find out that God is within, he will give you all the information that you need to take action. You feel me? He will give you this idea to take action. Next thing you know, you manifested some money. Next thing you know, you done manifested your soulmate, something like that. You feel me? God talks to you when you're in isolated time. You feel me? And that's the best time to be, because that's when you're at your best. When you alone, when you isolated, you feel me? I done came up with so many ideas and I done took action and I done manifested so many things just by being isolated, just by being alone, not following the crowd. You feel me? There's nobody that I want to be like. You feel me? There's nobody on this earth that I ever wanted to be like, even growing up when I was little. I never wanted to be like nobody. You feel me? I always had like this kind of like urge and this sense of who I was. You feel me? I didn't really know who I was, but I knew I was something special because I always had power. You feel me? When I was like in school, elementary or whatever, like when the class didn't like want to listen, you feel me? She would come to me because she'll be like, the teacher would come to me. The teacher would be like, can you please tell your classmates to calm down? And they would, you feel me? If I tell them, they'll calm down, but they wouldn't listen to the teacher. They would listen to me. You feel me? That I had that kind of power. I always had that kind of power. You feel me? So that's what made me realize that there is something deep inside of me that's special. You feel me? But I didn't really come to the realization until I isolated myself from other people. You feel me? Places and things. I started being alone more. When I got out of my last relationship, this is when it really started to come out. You feel me? And once when you're alone, God will send you these visions. He will give you these visions. You feel me? To take action, and He speaks to you. You feel me? And once you once you start to build a relationship with God, He he give you information after information after information, visions after visions after visions. You feel me? It's wonderful. It's amazing. You feel me? God is amazing, man. Trust me. A lot of spiritual people, I don't know why spiritual people don't believe in God. They just believe that they're the God, that they created the whole universe. You feel me? You have your own universe deep inside of you. Your reality. This is your reality, and everything that's within and what's out. That's your universe. Your chakras are your planets. Yeah, still. But I'm talking about this whole planet. You didn't create that on your own. So we are extensions of the Most High. You feel me? So I know I'm a God because He made us in His form, but there is a higher power. You know what I'm saying? So Once you start to isolate and you be alone, that's when you start to manifest more. You feel me? That's when your vision starts to come in, them ideas. You feel me? And then once you start to put them to action, you'll be like, wow, that when I was isolated in the bathroom for 2 hours doing nothing, just sitting there thinking, and then I put those thoughts into action, it really manifested. You feel me? It's because when you're alone, you build a relationship with God. You should be building a relationship with God if you're alone. You feel me? So that's why it's always good it's you don't have to be isolated all the time. I'm not telling you to be isolated all the time. I'm talking about when you isolate yourself, that's your time and God's time together. You feel me? And that's when you come up with the most beautiful, the most wonderful ideas, and you start to see visions of your future. You feel me? It's not like you just want to think about that stuff. That stuff, God is putting that in your thoughts, in your brain. He giving you those visions for a reason. All you gotta do is just keep going, keep thinking those visions, keep having those visions in your mind, and just keep going forward. Don't look back. You feel me? That's when you start to better yourself. When you start to better yourself, you start to get rid of old habits. You feel me? You start to get rid of things that don't serve you. Like you stop listening to the wrong music. You start watching things that don't serve you. You feel me? Because you are what you consume. You feel me? That's what your reality creates. What you consume, because what you consume becomes part of your subconscious. You feel me? And your sub that's the fastest way to manifest is through your subconscious. So whatever you feed your 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 mind the most, that's what you manifest. You feel me? So when you isolate it, you build this bond with God, you build this relationship with God, and you start the next thing you know, you automatically want to be better at everything in every aspect of your life. You want to be better. You start to raise your vibration. Man, I'm giving y'all some game, boy. Hey, I've been manifesting, even though it seemed like I'm still stuck in a situation. I'm stuck in that situation. I'm not stuck in that situation. I can get up out of this situation whenever I want. But I'm helping. You feel me? So that's just my situation right now. But I know what I have in store. You feel me? I know what's ahead of me. You feel me? So, and this is for anybody. If you feel like you're stuck in the situation, or if you're in the situation because somebody need you, you feel me? Just it's that mean it's meant to be that way. You feel me? It's meant to be that way for that time being. But you just gotta keep going, keep having faith, keep believing in God, and once you isolate yourself, He will give you those visions. Once He give you those visions, those goals and stuff, write it down and just keep, you feel me, keep that on your mind, keep that on your subconscious, keep that, you feel me, meditate on it, pray on it, and just keep with those ideas and until you start to put them in action. You feel me? And when you start to put them in action, it starts to manifest. You feel me? Shout out to all the chosen ones, Starseeds. Shout out to everybody out there. You feel me? Y'all be safe.